Oh my goodness. Y'all, I've been talking for a whole 30 minutes now and I was not even recording. Get out. All of a sudden, I just looked up over at the screen and I realized, I'm like, wait a minute now. I'm not even recording. And I was talking about my brother, Minister Theo. And I think that's in him. And when I met him, he sent me a text message. He replied to a text message I sent to him. And he's the one that's really got me on this road that I'm on right now. And he was telling me, and I remember one thing that he was telling me that really stood out, and it's the fact that he said that when you are preaching the word of the Lord, you're not going to remember your thoughts. Like right now, I'm not shaking or trembling about anything about this video not was going at the time, because the Lord is gonna allow me to remember everything that uh, I just said 30 minutes ago. And we're gonna do it even better this time than we did the first time. But my brother told me, he said, you're not gonna remember the words. You're not gonna remember the words that the Lord is telling you to speak. The marijuana is going to rob your mind. And all I can remember saying is, did this brother say I'm gonna speak the word of the Lord? Get out of here. I'm gonna speak for the Lord. I had been studying and reading my Bible and just seeing the world from a different scope than other people anyway. But when he said that, I don't know if he knew he was prophesying to me or not. But I decided at that very moment that I was leaving it alone, because I wanted to speak the word of the Lord. Sure did. But what this video was about, I know I said my next one was going to be on the percussion. Uh, and I ran up on some information that was pertaining more to my last video, which was I was saying how devils um, rob you of your thoughts, and I was saying how rhythm played a part in that. And speaking about Brother Theo telling me that marijuana plays a part in it. They do things to rob you of your thoughts, to put the walls of defenses down. So most times when you smoking weed, you got you some music playing, you're drinking you some drink, yay, it's on. And that is opening your mind to them. And they are robbing you. Devils need you for for your creativity. They don't have the ability to create. They have wisdom only because the Lord allowed Satan to fall with that wisdom. Okay? He allowed him to fall with his wisdom. Now, there were other angels in heaven, but only the dragon kept his wisdom. And he passes his wisdom on to people that are like him, the illuminated ones. Okay? I'm going to do another sermon on we are those angels. He flung a third of the stars to the earth. I was just reading in Revelations last night. And then this fella comes on and he's talking about let's see if I can find it again. He's talking about let's see. He's talking about what was that? What's the name of that video? The Cloud of Deception and Mind Control in 2020. And like I said, that was what my last video was about, how they are robbing our thoughts. So I'm just going to let a little bit of the first part of this play. I'm going to go back to the front Because like I said, I've done this already 30 minutes ago. I can't believe I was not recording. Unbelievable. And he's just talking about this giant brain that they're making.
Hey, what's up, guys? Gons here for the Face Like the Sun channel. Welcome to 2020, a whole new decade, and I'm going to try to bring you guys as many updates as possible. Just brief ones, nothing too crazy, no long analysis or anything like that, but just bring you guys the news as much as I can. You know, I'm going to try to do it 2 or 3 times a week. I know I was trying to do once a week a while ago, but I think if I can just dig in and try to get more stuff out to you guys, I think it's going to help you guys at least to keep in touch with what's happening. But this is a story I'm going to start with singularityhub.com. These breakthroughs made the 2010s the decade of the brain. And it basically goes through the idea that we basically in this decade have become much more controlling of our brains and our minds, really. It says here in this quote from the article, in 2010, the idea that we'd be able to read minds, help paralyzed people walk again, incept memories, or have multi-layered brain atlases was near incomprehensible. Few predicted that deep learning, an AI model loosely inspired by neural processing in the brain, would gain prominence and feed back into decoding the brain. Around 2011, I asked a now prominent AI researcher if we could automatically detect dying neurons in a microscope image using deep neural nets. We couldn't get it to work. Today, AI is readily helping read, write, and map the brain. I don't know if any alarm bells go off. I have my little bell here. I'm going to hit it every time.
Quit ringing that bell.
Crazy things happen. The bell. Okay. AI is readily helping read, write, and map the brain. As long as it's being used to create this simulated reality of who we are, what we are, our minds. This is what we've been talking about for years on this channel and on the podcast and everything else. So here, that's where we are. And, you know, at the same time, it's really interesting that we have all this science that can do all this amazing things with the brain, yet it doesn't seem like they're doing a whole lot to break down other aspects.
AI. I did a video on the old ones or AI, and they are two in the same. Don't get it twisted, okay? They fail. The adversary fell with his wisdom, and he passes that along to his people, to the ones that work with him. He gives them secret knowledge, things that the world is not supposed to know. That third of angels that fell from heaven, we was helping Satan fight too. I'm gonna do a sermon on it. We was helping him fight. Oh my goodness, it's unreal when you look at it. But he was the only one that fell with his wisdom. We fell in a sea of forgetfulness. That's where it came from. Sperm. We all little fishies. That's what sperm look like when it's swimming up to the egg. And that's what makes a boy or a girl. Because the woman is automatically a woman. Her egg is woman. But that little fish swimming up to the sperm, that sperm swimming up to the egg, I'm sorry. That's that little sperm swimming, looking like a little fish. That's where we at. In a sea of sperm. In the sea of forgiveness. And we forget about that dimension that we were in. We forget about that. Because we was in the sea of forgetfulness. And The devils, once we come into this dimension, into this flesh, that's when he gets the dominion that he took from Adam. That's when he gets his authority over us that he robbed us of. We got put into chains of darkness. We are those fallen angels. DNA. Look at DNA. They say sometimes that it's the ladder of Jacob. I don't know about that. Because see, this flesh don't make it into heaven. So, but it is a chain. They call it a DNA chain, if I'm not mistaken. Some kind of fancy name, but it has chain in it. And this is the chains of darkness that we are all put into. And it's real. This ain't nothing nobody making up. Ain't no such thing as science fiction, myth, or any of that. Okay? This is real business. This is war. We on the battlefield here and now. The resurrection has already happened. God's children are God's children, and Satan's children are his. We waiting on the remnant that the Lord may very well take from Satan. The game is real, and that's what this is all about. Everybody else la-di-da. They la-di-da all they want. They la-di-da with their ideology. The Daniel's 3 friends in the book of Daniel. Daniel wouldn't bow to the devils or to the statue. Daniel's friends wouldn't bow to the statue. We are afraid of the Satan's fiery furnace. And so we bow to his idols. We bow. But Daniel's 3 friends didn't bow. And the men that tried to throw Daniel's 3 friends in the fire, they was the ones that got caught on fire. And Daniel and his 3 friends came out with a 4th that brought them out the fire without even a burn on their skin. Brought them out. We bow to their idols of Christmas and Easter. Daniel's friends, they wasn't bowing to those idols. We bow to their jobs and their idea that we not gonna make it without this system. That's how a lot of people are going to end up taking up the mark of the beast. Do not be afraid of the mark of the beast. Okay? That you can't buy, sell, or trade without. Because this warfare is getting ready to get so spiritual that you're going to have to wait for your ram in a bush. This warfare getting ready to get so spiritual. You're going to have to turn 3 loaves of bread and a few fish into enough to feed 1,000. You're going to have that kind of relationship with your Heavenly Father. This ain't going to be about money. This ain't going to be about money. This going to be about who you with. Who you with? In my Barney Mac voice. I wonder if that wasn't what Barney was talking about. Because all of that is about spirituality. What you look at on television, it's about spirituality. Them people that work through the television, they prophets. They prophets. And if they realize that they on the wrong side of the field and they try to flip the script and come back over here to the Lord, that's when something happened to them. When they say, oh, I'm in some stuff here, I got to get up out of this mess. No, you can't get up out and give me that soul before you go. Give me that soul before I let you go. This game is super duper real, okay? Really real. So, I lost my point talking about, I'm just like, I really love Barney Mac. I really, really did. You know, I think he's from Chicago. I think he's a South Side guy. Because that's a South Side thing. That's how they gangbang in Chicago. They want to know who you with. They want to know if you Vice Lord or disciple. Who you with? They want to know what's up with you. You know? But that's all this is all about. The whole stage is about good or evil. The whole stage. And where do you stand in life? All right, so let me get to this video. The part I want you to see. The other part I want you to see on this video. We falling for money. We letting the idea of money bow us down to the devils. Money ain't even real. Money ain't even real. Money is a promise to pay you. It's involuntary servitude is what it is. They got you involuntarily being a slave, and actually worse than a slave, because you work for debt that's less than free. That's a notch under free. And they pay you with decorated paper, which is a promise to pay you some gold and some silver. Your silver ain't nothing, quarter, nickel, and dime, no more than just aluminum foil, what you wrap your food in, that pan, that hard pan that you might warm something up in to take over to the church for a church dinner. It's nothing. Useless material. But I get mad if I ain't got no aluminum foil, so I won't call it useless. Darn, I ran out of foil. But seriously. And I get mad if I don't got no paper plates because I don't like to wash dishes. But I'm just saying, for monetary value, they good for warming your food up and eating off of. That's it. So it's just time to wake up. This is no time to be sleepwalking. So quit bowing to these jobs and thinking you the stuff because you got a high paying job. Don't mean nothing. You just a high paid fool is what you is, because you ain't getting no money. You ain't getting no gold or no silver, and you a slave to nothing. At the end of that road is nothingness. Let me tell you what they getting ready to do in the work system. Let this man tell y'all what they getting ready to do in the work system. He finna tell y'all what they finna do in that thing.
This is live mint. I don't know like how much. I don't know, but this is just a very interesting way to end this article. Last couple paragraphs here, last few. Corporate demagogues could rise with the consolidation of tech in the hands of the elite, effectively stifling
corporate demigods. So now, demigods is the little g. The little g, not the big one. There's only one big one. But whenever you hear about the little g, it's always got an S on the end of it. Demigods. And they are coming from corporations. Corporations are nothing more than dead in Christ. Corpses. Dead. That's what a corporation is. They work through dead people because they are dead themselves. That's what a corporation is. So you got corporations that are in power. How he said it again? With they demigods. Let's see. How he said it again? How he did it again? That's how my grandbaby said. What? How I go again?
turn of the workplace. Okay, I think this is hilarious the way they end this article. All right, this is live mint. I don't know like how much. I don't know, but this is just a very interesting way to end this article. Last couple paragraphs here, last few. Corporate demagogues could rise with the consolidation of tech in the hands of the elite, effectively stifling entry of new players in the market.
Could arise.
Sure, that's already kind of happening, but in the case of this kind of thing, yeah, I mean, whoever has the technology, it's just going to keep progressing. You can see how in the corporate world, this is going to become it's going to accelerate once it starts happening. There could be a whole class of jobs only open to those possessing tech augmentations. Yes,
demigods that's on the arise. Now he's saying that you're seeing it a little bit now. That's because people are participating in their religious ceremonies. So they ripping through the veil of time, and they're in a dimension that they don't belong in, not at this time. Because soon the pit is going to be open. The bottomless pit is going to be open, and they are going to be allowed in this dimension. And they're going to walk up on this thing as in the days of Noah. But right now, it's just a little something going on right now. Because, the big boys, the big bosses, they ripping through the veil first. They getting here first. So they can get it all set up for the rest of them that's coming out of that bottomless pit. The pit is about to open. Okay? This thing is about to get so real. But like I said, don't be scared. I don't know if I was talking about that and started talking about something else. Don't be scared of the mark of the beast. Because the seal of the Lord trumps all of that. It trumps it all. So don't be afraid of the mark. Okay? Don't be scared if you don't take up the mark that you're not going to be able to eat. Now is the time to be establishing your relationship with your Heavenly Father so He can keep your ram in the bush. Okay? It's time to fall up under this precious blood of Jesus and cover yourself from this world. It's getting real. It's getting real. And it ain't just started being no commandment. They've been preaching this since before Christ came, after he left, all that. And this ain't nothing new. So let's see. I interrupted it.
Dr. Hugo de Garis has theorized it not from a biblical perspective, just from a guy who's been in the world of brain science and all this kind of stuff, and who is partial to the Christian warning of the biblical warning of the mark of the beast and the image, just because he sees that, there's something there, that what he sees is very similar to what we're saying. So, this is not just crazy talk. This is actually stuff that even within the realm of the people that are involved in this stuff probably see happening. And if somebody that has a grasp of the scriptures explains this view to them, it's quite possible that they would have more to agree with than disagree with the potential dangers of this whole thing. But let me finish up here. New regulations could be mandated around ownership of employee ideas, as once they have been synced to the corporate server. No thought would be private to the employee during office hours. Everything could be monitored.
That's what they're getting ready to do to employees, which are high paid. The delusion. I'm trying to think how to say it. The delusion of being high paid. The illusion of having a position of authority. And while y'all collecting up y'all debt, working for less than free, because you ain't never gonna see a gold or a silver coin in your lifetime. And it's only gonna get worse for you, because God's children may just see a gold. Because when they exited up out of Egypt, baby, them Egyptians was made gold and pearls and diamonds and all big dookie gold chains on their neck. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to get cheated in every way if you stay in this system. While you laughing at people that don't think like you, that don't celebrate Christmas, that don't do Thanksgiving and all of those old idolatry, as not bowing to the beast or the image. The image of the beast. Your imagination. That fake dollar. While you laughing at those people, them the ones finna come up shining. And you're going to get played like the fool that you acting like you are. Because you scared to really, really lean on the arm of the Lord. This game getting ready to get so real. You're not going to even be able to have your own thoughts. I remember watching a movie a long time ago. I don't know why I've been thinking about that movie so much, with Sylvester Stallone in it. And him and the young lady, they want to get intimate with one another. And they had to put on this machine. And they had to think about it. They couldn't actually just touch one another and just actually just, do the thing. They had to think about it through this machine. Controlling your thoughts. You can't even make love to your husband. It's getting real. It's getting real. And people better wake up. You better wake up. While you laughing at those that are awoke. Wake up, O ye sleepwalkers. This is live and in your face, and it ain't going nowhere. It ain't over to the fat lady sang.
Yes, Dr. Hugo de Garis has theorized it not from a biblical perspective, just from a guy who's been in the world of brain science and all this kind of stuff, and who is partial to the Christian warning of the biblical warning of the mark of the beast and the image, just because he sees that, there's something there, that what he sees is very similar to what we're saying. So, this is not just crazy talk. This is actually stuff that even within the realm of the people that are involved in this stuff probably see happening. And if somebody that has a grasp of the scriptures explains this view to them, it's quite possible that they would have more to agree with than disagree with the potential dangers of this whole thing. But let me finish up here. New regulations could be mandated around ownership of employee ideas, as once they have been synced to the corporate server. No thought would be private to the employee during office hours. Everything could be monitored. New freedoms will have to be debated upon in HR rules like morphological freedom, where individuals have full knowledge and control with technology to apply to themselves. Workforce 2.0 will have a gamut of challenges to wade through to prevent transhumanism from reducing humans to only their qualities of empathy and compassion. End of article. Like, oh, we got a lot of challenges. See you later. I mean, wow, that's just like such a downer to end this article. It's not like, hey, we have discussions happening to try to prevent. No, none of that. It's like, well, it's going to be very difficult to reduce our value into bits.
Did I take it back or what? Because I thought I took it back a little bit so that he could say once again that is transhumanism. They are going to hook you up. I'm just going to go all the way back again because I missed it that time. They are going to hook you up to their system. That's making you part machine, part human. Transforming human. Transhumanism. Wake up. Come up out of these jobs and things. But I just wanted to say, I just want to hear him say it again. I want him to say it. Where they get ready to start hooking people up. Way
to end this article. Last couple paragraphs here, last few. Corporate demagogues could rise with the consolidation of tech in the hands of the elite, effectively stifling entry of new players in the market. Sure, that's already kind of happening, but in the case of this kind of thing,
it ain't got real yet.
Yeah, I mean, whoever has the technology, it's just going to keep progressing. You can see how in the corporate world, this is going to become it's going to accelerate once it starts happening. There could be a whole class of jobs only open to those possessing tech augmentations. Yes, Dr. Hugo de Garis has theorized it, not from a biblical perspective, just from a guy who's been in the world of brain science and all this kind of stuff, and who is partial to the Christian warning of the biblical warning of the mark of the beast and the image, just because he sees that, there's something there, that what he sees is very similar to what we're saying. So, this is not just crazy talk. This is actually stuff that even within the realm of the people that are involved in this stuff probably see happening. And if somebody that has a grasp of the scriptures explains this view to them, it's quite possible that they would have more to agree with than disagree with the potential dangers of this whole thing. But let me finish up here. New regulations could be mandated around ownership of employee ideas, as once they have been synced to the corporate server. No thought would be private to the employee during office hours. Everything could be monitored. New freedoms will have to be debated upon in HR rules like morphological freedom, where individuals have full knowledge and control with technology to apply to themselves. Workforce 2.0 will have a gamut of challenges to wade through to prevent transhumanism from reducing humans to only their qualities of empathy and compassion. End of article.
Cipher they
like, oh, we got.
They gonna yank them out, baby. Because you up in here thinking you all that with your GM position. That you only going to be able to get because all these artificial intelligence gonna take most of the jobs within themselves. See that? So they're gonna tell you something like, "Oh yeah," but let me before I go off on a tangent. They're gonna sync you to the corporate server. Yeah, transforming humans, transhumanism. And like I say, the only way, only people that's gonna have those jobs is people that's bowing to the system, that's bowing to the beast or the image of. You done bow to that mighty dollar because you scared you're not gonna make it without your job. So you taking up the mark of the beast. And those are only people that's tech savvy, that know a little something about computers or something, or willing to learn a little something about computers, that's willing to bow to that beast. And like I say, other jobs like fast food restaurants, I see where McDonald's is getting ready to get AI in the drive-through. So there goes somebody, and they already got the computers in self checkout at Walmart. And I heard in some Walmarts they got a robot running around that thing. I ain't seen that one yet. I probably would freak out if I saw it. What? Yeah. So we already halfway there. They just haven't opened the pit yet. Seventh seal, that's the last seal. Fifth Trump is getting ready to blow up by kablow in this thing, okay? I'm talking about boom. I'm talking about they coming up out of a bottomless pit. This pit has no end. I mean, I don't know how many more ways to say it, but that's how they gonna move in the mark of the beast all the way in. Because okay, the pit is gonna open up. Artificial intelligence is getting ready to blow up. We're getting ready to get a tsunami. It's finna hit. It's an endless pit of demons waiting for the one that holds the key to the bottomless pit to let them out. Like I said, the big kahunas, they learn how to rip through time. They come in through wormholes and things. They be on one side of the dimension and they run through the wormhole and they come out in our dimension. These things is real. These devils not playing fair. And they keep you dumbed down and worrying about celebrating their days, their religious holy days, making it look all wonderful. And keeping you ignorant to what's really happening. But yeah, they're gonna open up. They're gonna come up out of that pit, and they're gonna run every man and woman from their place of employment. Artificial intelligence is going to blow up and take over. So there go the unemployment rate for men and women going way up, way up. So what they'll say is, "Oh, you don't have to work. Just let us take care of you." See, that's how they've been getting over on us all this time because we don't know, we don't remember the war in heaven. We don't remember we was up there helping him fight. We don't remember any of that. They fell with their wisdom. He fell with his wisdom and he passed his wisdom on to his kind and illuminated them. But we don't remember. We don't remember what happened in heaven. So we lost that sea in the sea of sperm, the sea of forgetfulness. That little fish that swims up to the egg, because the woman's egg is already female. It's that fishy, it's that fishy sperm. We lost at sea. We fish in the sea. It's that fishy sperm that swims up to the egg and fertilizes it that decides if that's going to be a boy or a girl. So all our souls are swimming at sea. And see, you got pirates in the sea. And they are the ones who are stealing from us all of our dominion, all of our authority, because they tricked us. We were spirit in the garden. They tricked us out of our dominion and our authority in the garden. So now we in this jumpsuit of flesh, this DNA, these chains of darkness. And they run us. They control us. They tell us what to do and how to do it. They really do. So, the pit is going to open. I keep going on a tangent way over to somewhere else. Oh, the pit is going to open. And artificial intelligence is going to take all of the jobs. So people like, I ain't got no job no more. What I'm going to do? How I'm going to feed my family? How I'm going to take care of myself? Whoa. This how they going to get people. This how brainwashed people are. Not realizing that you wasn't nothing but a slave when you was working that job. And they're gonna say, okay, so this what we gonna do for y'all. They gonna keep pretending like they love y'all. We're gonna give you this chip. Like everybody gonna get a first check. But the first check gonna be in the chip. We're gonna give you this chip. Transhumanism. They're gonna hook you up. They're gonna sync you up with the server. And they're gonna cut you off completely from your relationship with the Lord. Because now you are not human anymore. You are half human, half something else. I'm going to say demon. You sure enough. And that half demon that's done completely took you over because of fear is going to be enough to cut you off from the true and living creator. There go the cutoff right there. The Lord, my God, not going to cut you off. The true and living not going to cut you off. You're going to cut your own self off. That's simple. You going to cut you off. Not my fault. So, right. And it's going to be a lot of people that's ignorant in the game that's going to take up that chip. That's really going to take it up. So now, like I say, this spiritual warfare, and I don't like to just throw things out there to like to scare people up. Like I say, the seal of the Lord trumps the mark of the beast. Make sure the Lord is going to keep you a ram in the bush through these times. These times won't even affect you. You and your family be sitting back eating, living, because the devils can't touch you as long as you got your seal. So make sure you got your seal. Make sure you found worthy to have your seal. But like I said, this is spiritual warfare, and I like to sharpen people's swords out here on this battlefield. So when you look around yourself and you saying, I'm working every day and I'm still don't got enough money to pay my bills. And when they gonna give me some real money? When I'm gonna start working for this paper and this aluminum? And when you start asking yourself some questions and you start waking up I'm just going to read a little bit to you. One verse. Revelations 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." So it's commandment from the angel of the Lord to come out of her. Come out of this system. Come out of this system. I want to say I'm 3 weeks full surrender to the Lord. And his burden is light and his yoke is easy. Try him. Try him. Try the Lord. Okay? In fact, if you don't want to end up being a transformed human, you don't want to be partaker of that, you're going to have to let the Lord take care of you. You're going to have to let your job go, because it's just slavery. It's less than slavery, because you work for less than free. You work for debt. Come out of her is a commandment, so that you don't be a partaker of her sins. Come out of Babylon. Come out of it. Come out of this Babylonian system. The dragon that fell from heaven, the dragon gave his power to the beast. You hear them call this the beast system all the time. The dragon gave its power to the beast. The beast being the papacy. So I forget the man's name, but he wounded the papacy. He was a man of God, and he wounded the papacy. And I took this to mean too that when Obama went into office, he was wounded to the head. He was a black man in a position of government, which they try to say Abraham Lincoln was the first president. But it don't matter the color of your skin no more. And I'm starting to see this thing on a more spiritual level now. And that's how I've grown. I'm no longer ignorant to color and race, because we all are one. But yeah. The dragon gave his power to the beast. The beast being the papacy, the Pope, Catholic religion. Okay? That's who runs the world. That's who calls the shots. So then a second beast came along, according to Revelations. And that beast is the government. And the government made the world worship the first beast that had been wounded to the head and healed itself. So the government is going to make the world worship the first beast. Now, we are always talking about this beast system. This system is a beast, and that's what it is. It's all about this system. Those are the beasts. The dragon is the serpent himself who got kicked out of heaven, and then the beasts are this system. This system of government, politics, and religion. Those are the two beasts. And they are getting ready to try to make the world worship only on Sundays. Like how everything was closed down around Christmas time. I showed a few pictures of how everything was just shut down on Christmas in observance of the holiday, of the holy day. I won't disrespect them. And that's how it should be on my Lord's Sabbath, the seventh day of the week. Um, Church should be done on Saturday. Worship should be done because that is the day that's blessed, and that's the day that the Lord set and rested and hollowed out. The world should be resting like they did on Christmas on the seventh day. That's every seventh day, not just one day after. Every seventh day, the world should be resting. No buying, selling, or trading on this day. No grocery store should be open, nothing. Just like it was on Christmas Day. Okay, but yeah. So everybody is going to be forced to worship on Sundays. Steadily got the world bowing to the beast. Now, I don't know if it's in that order. I don't know if we're going to get forced to worship on Sundays first, but I think that's when it's going to really, really get real. You're going to be able to get past not having the mark of the beast because the Lord is going to still be providing. But when they go to really infiltrating and saying, hey, if you don't go to church on Sunday, we cutting your head off. That's when you're going to have to really stand in the Lord and know who you with and know, hey, I'd rather die like a soldier on this battlefield. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. To go out like some slave coward. You can lay your neck on the guillotine. Take my life. Do what you like. And it ain't the fat lady that's going to sing. I was just being funny. It's going to be my Father who is in heaven's wrath on this world. And it's going to be serious business. Like I say, pray you be found worthy to have your seal of the Lord. A lot of people feel like, dang, I'm always in trouble. I'm always going to jail. I'm always this. I'm always that. Well, you thank God for that. Because that means the Lord still got his hand on you. And he ain't gave up on you yet. And he trying to reprimand you and correct your crooked path and the error of your ways so that you can get right and make it into his kingdom. When you're getting dealt with slowly, be afraid. Be very afraid. And sometimes your situation that you're going through is a witness to somebody else. You, if you stand strong, may very well get somebody else. Trying to see how much time I had. Get somebody else into the kingdom of heaven. So stand strong. Don't bow. I always tell them I don't bow to devils. I'm shining my light down these hell holes. And I get some real battles up against me. I mean, I come up against some real crazy stuff. It's like, what? Are you really dealing with something like that? Yeah, I really am. I guess my next video, I'm gonna have to talk about that percussion. That was supposed to be my next video, but then I bumped up on this, and then it's like, wow, I got to talk about this because I just was in Revelations my own self, and I've gone kind of long on this video. Yeah, I'll show you about the original percussion in my next video. I promise. That's what I'm gonna be working on. and a couple other sermons. I don't know if I mentioned the resurrection, and that the fact that it's already happened, and that we are those stars from heaven that got flown to the earth, which I talked about that a little bit in this video. All right. I think it's time for me to wind this thing up. I've been talking long enough. I love you. The Lord loves you. And may the Lord be with you.